Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's KIM and the SAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia. And I'm going to talk to y'all right quick while I pack up some orders. It's so funny because I just came from the post office and I'm going back. That's okay, though. That's okay. Got some stuff. It never flips when I want it to. Okay. Anywho, I'm not going to worry about it. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to talk to y'all while I pack up some orders that literally just came in. And I wanted to share with you because I'm sitting here anyway. So I said I'll use this time to I will use this time to just talk about some of the things that you guys asked me about. So these are 2 kit orders that are going out. I titled this on YouTube. I should have did this a long time ago, and I don't know what I'll call it when it gets to I should have did this a long time ago. I titled it that on Facebook, and I don't know what I'm gonna call it when it gets to YouTube. But basically, what should I have done? I don't like to keep people like waiting, but what should I have done a long time ago? Be more direct. And this is not like a business lesson. It's really a lesson in life. Because what I see, especially, oh my goodness, when I was in Atlanta, perpetrator city, okay? Tracy is on here. Hey, Tracy. She knows about it. Hey, Shantae, what's going on? Melissa, hey, what's going on, girlie? In Atlanta, people were perpetrating. They were presenting their representatives and then getting in relationships or getting on jobs and being like, I hate this job. I hate this guy. I hate this girl. I hate that. I hate this. But what do you expect when you don't put out there what you really want to begin with? You know what I'm saying? It's very, very ironic that we want something real, but we present our fake sale. That country accent just came from nowhere, didn't it? Our fake sales. Our fake selves. That was so country, right? So here is what I mean as it relates to these 2 orders. And everything I do is based on like a real life experience. It always reminds me of, this is a lesson, or this is a Facebook Live or whatever. So these 2 young ladies that literally just reached out to me. One messaged me while I was at the post office, placed a good order, great order. She found me on YouTube, not on social media at all. Hint, hint, clue, clue for all of y'all who think you can only do your business on Facebook. But she's on YouTube, right? So she found me. We had been talking for a while. She placed her big order today. I'm happy to serve her. And the other young lady called me on her lunch break. Found me on Facebook as well. And said she has been watching my videos for some time. And she, what do you call it? She was saying that she wanted to get some products. And of course, we have a number of products, right? This is the thing that you guys that are in my company and in other companies don't understand. When you're an entrepreneur, it is your job to solve problems. And really in life, if you're an adult, if you're an adult, it is your job to solve problems. So when I say I should have did this a long time ago, like I said, the whole is being direct with people, being upfront with people. When I first started this business, I was really, really scared to ask people what was their budget. Therefore, I wasted a lot of time talking to people who could not qualify for any of my products. Did I not bring the tape in here? I don't think I did. Okay, so I spent a lot of time talking to people who couldn't qualify for anything. Like, they were just so off track and unrealistic in their expectations for what they wanted to do and what they had to do it with. And so you don't want to find that out an hour into the conversation. Let's put that into like real world regular terms, right? You don't want to be dating someone who doesn't have the same moral fabric as you. Someone who, where did I put it at? I got way too much stuff, y'all. Okay, you don't want to date someone who doesn't have the same foundation as you. You don't want to date someone who doesn't value the things that you value. You don't, oh, here it goes. Sorry, the place is a mess. You don't want to date someone who doesn't value the things that you value. And then spend so much time dating them. And now when you marry them, you're like, uh-oh. And that's what some people do in their business. They court, quote unquote, court prospects that they really don't want a long-term relationship with, or that are not really qualified, and then they get mad when they're like, oh, this was a waste of time. I knew this wouldn't work, whatever the case may be. And it's not that it didn't work, it's that you didn't do a good enough job. So like this young lady right here, I'm a control freak, so I ship out my own products. But this young lady told me what her budget was. Well, for what she wanted, her budget, my package that I already had set up was not in her budget. And I used to be so scared to ask people, like, what's your budget? How much can you afford? And it's not even a lot about like what can you afford, but what are you thinking should be a reasonable price for you to start with? Because I don't know your money, right? I used to be so scared to do that. And I don't know why. Well, I guess I was. It's just because in the South, especially, people are really, really funny about their money. But if you have a product, you need to know. If you go to a car dealership, the first thing they ask you is, what's your budget? Because they need to know whether to show you a basic car or a luxury car, or whether just to tell you to get back on the bus line, right? They need to know that. So they always ask, what is your budget? So as people that have a product or a service to sell, you should be asking the same thing. I take a course from a young lady. She is, this girl is so smart. And she's making buku money, okay? And she always says, now she sells information. What's the marginal information? It's 100%, right? So it's a little bit different than a product-based business. But she always says when you do a consult with someone and they, you can give them your price for private coaching, group consultations. And then, based on what they say they can afford, that will determine what their down payment will be. Like she has taught me so many different ways to help a person who says they want help from you. Because let's be honest, if someone reaches out to you, it's because you have something they want. And if you have something they want, you should give it to them. Now, can you give it to them for the total price that they have right now or the total price that they suggest right now? No. But as an entrepreneur, it is your job to structure the deal so that everyone wins. It is your job to basically think for that person. Let them know, ask them what they're working with. You know what you're working with. And then it is your job to bridge the gap. I see way too many people, and I talk to my team about this all of the time. Like, it doesn't matter what the company has or doesn't have. It's your job to create it if you want it, if your customer wants it. I see people who say, I don't have Cash App. That's probably why you don't have cash. I don't have a PayPal account. That's probably why you're not getting paid. Okay? Because the young lady who I asked, what's your budget? When she told me her budget, I didn't have a kit that fit her budget, but pulled over on the side of the road, did a little mixing and matching, a little tweaking and, massaging the math. And we came up with a way for her to get everything she wanted, not exactly in the same quantity, but within her budget. She had to give a little. I had to give a little. But here's the deal. That's somebody who I do not know, who's 2 states over, saw me on YouTube. There was virtually no effort in the transaction for me except for me to be creative in how I did the math. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe not. I hope you do. My point is, if you say you want to be an entrepreneur, don't have an employee mindset. Don't look for someone to constantly give you the answer to everything. And in life in general, if you say you want to be an adult, then start adulting. Oh my gosh. Start solving some problems. Like, think about your children. You get mad when your kids, ask you stuff and you're like, oh my God, it's right there. It's right there. Why didn't you look? Or why didn't you at least think about it? But then as adults, I meet so many adults who do the same exact thing that they get upset at their kids for doing, which is not thinking, not finding a way, not being creative. It's like these are the basics of not success, but really survival. I see too many people that get stuck. They get lost in the sauce and caught up in the minutia of things just because they don't take the time to think about, it's not, can I do this? I can't do this. I can't do that. How can I? How can I do it? Hey, what's going on, Ralph? Hey, Anetta. I saw a few people. Janelle, what's going on? Janika, Christine, Rebecca Ann, what's going on, lady? Hey, Leah. Oh my gosh, a few of y'all, Kathy Moore, Tracy Hines, a few of y'all jumped on. But I'm hoping this makes sense. This is what I talk to my team about all the time, because for those of you who are like, how do you make your sales? And I saw your report in the group. This is how. I do not let what the company has, and I love the company, right? But I don't let the company's offerings determine my offerings. No, it's my business. If the company doesn't have a certain system that I want to use, to track, to record, to analyze, to measure, whatever, then I go out and find that system. Like, nothing is a big deal until you make it, unless you make it a big deal. It really isn't. So, as it relates to business, again, if you're an entrepreneur, be an entrepreneur, but really understand what that means. An entrepreneur is not someone who doesn't want a boss. That's what most people think. An entrepreneur is a person who, no matter what, decides to boss up. Okay? Who is that? Oh, I see a message I like. Somebody said, hey, Kim, I need some tea. All right. Well, Kathy, you know how to get at me. Get at me. What's going on, Coach? Thank you so much today. Oksana. It's been a long time, girlie. But yeah, Kathy, hit me up in the group. You know what you... I'm shipping out now. So if you want to make it on this shipment, you got like 5 minutes. Instant brewed. I'm going to message you after this, Kathy, okay? Because I don't know if you mean today or tomorrow. But if you want to go out in this shipment, we can do that. So, yeah, that's how it relates as an entrepreneur. Now, in life, like I said, in general, I'm telling you, if you are more direct, and I catch a lot of heat for this because I quite often offend people. Oh, Kim, you offended me. Oh, Kim, you offended me, right? And I put that on my Facebook one day. I was like, hey, if I haven't offended you, ... be patient. It just means I haven't gotten to you yet, or something like that. And a lot of people know that's my sense of humor, but it's really the truth. I do sometimes purposefully say or do things to offend people. Now, I know a lot of people don't like, why would you say that? The reason why I say that is because I know that I'm not for everyone and everyone is not for me. So, like, my example, one of these two ladies, it is, our conversation went, oh, of course you're... Okay, Coach, you might be coming to Savannah soon. Of course. I know. You go everywhere, right? You don't stay put. That doesn't surprise me. You got to let me know, though. Okay? But, yeah, I purposefully offend some people. Why? Because I'm not for everybody and everybody is not for me. So, that might sound bad, but here's the point. When I get on the phone with people, they know how I roll. They know that they would do better to call me when my son is in school if they've watched enough of my videos. They know to get to the point. They know to not say things like, I can't, I don't, I won't, because they watched enough of my videos to know that I don't play those reindeer games, right? So the conversation goes a lot smoother. And guess what? The people that I offend, they click off because they're offended. So I never have to worry with them. They never have to worry with me. And we don't have to go around the merry-go-round of excuses. Okay, I don't have people any longer. Now, when I first started my business, I would spend so much time with anybody that called, was so happy that the phone was ringing. I'll be like, yes. And I was like, okay, I have to build rapport with them. So I'd be on the phone for like an hour or two, only to get to the end of the conversation and be like, okay, so do you want the stuff? And they'd be like, oh, I don't got no money. And I'd be like, oh, those were the days. So, yes, I purposefully offend people so that people like that don't waste my time anymore, because people pretty much, by the time they reach out to me, they know what I'm going to say. They know how I'm going to say it. Like, they know me sometimes better than me. I'd be like, girl, you're right. I was thinking that. You beat me to the punch. They'd be like, hey, listen, I'm not going to take up much of your time because I know your son is going to get out of school. I just wanted to know, this is what I have. Can you work with it? I'd be like, yes, I can. All right. Get that money, and then we both keep it moving. Put them in my private group. Support them. Whoop, whoop. You lost some weight. Whoop, whoop. You're feeling great. Whoop, whoop. You want your next order? And that's it. Easy peasy breezy. So my point is, when you are direct with people, whether it's, a good direct, whether they like it or not, trust me, in the long run, it benefits both of you because you know exactly what you're working with. The alternative is you can be indirect with people. You can pussyfoot around. You can tiptoe, dance around the main point, which is the money or the objective or what your values are or whatever it is that you want from that relationship, friendship, work, relationship, whatever. You can act like you don't want what you really want, or that person doesn't want what you know they want, if you want to. But you both will end up wasting each other's time, ticked off at each other, mad, sad, all that other stuff. It'll just be a much longer drawn out process. So you can piss them off in the beginning, or you can piss them off later on. Take your pick. Me personally, I prefer to take people off early, right? So they don't have to deal with me. I don't have to deal with them. If we're not a good fit, it's not a problem. There's more than enough out there, right? So, anywho, I'm going to go holler at my girl, Kathy. I have my 2 shipments ready now. Again, if you have a business, stop asking your company to do this and do that. You come up with it. You come up with the kits. You come up with different ways for people to. I don't understand you people who only accept certain payments. I'm not gonna lie. That's the silliest, craziest, most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. How do you not accept? If there's any payment that someone wants to pay me and I don't currently accept it, I always tell them, give me about 10 minutes to YouTube it and I'll accept it. I'm sure I'll have an account set up by then. Like, I don't care how you pay me. I just don't take a check. But, I mean, you can send it by a pigeon dove if you want to. Just pay me. So, yeah, guys. Let me contact Kathy and see if she wants her order to go out with this or later. I hope this was helpful to someone. Guys, please, if you're an adult, start adulting. If you're an entrepreneur, please know what that term truly means before you start using it. And if you really, really are one, then stop acting like an employee. Be direct with people. Go out there. Know who you want to serve. And trust me, they will come. It'll be so much easier and everything will be great. And you'll live happily ever after. All right. See y'all in the next video. Bye.